Alright, I'm actually finally back to do one of these videos and my regular videos, sort of, but let's get on to this and read the script. So, I think it's about time we get back into another category of the Story of America cards, and that being the Indians category, which basically is everything about Native Americans from culture to well known figures who were Native American. Speaking of well known figures and one who is not a male, we have a female here, and that is Sacajawea, who you may know as the guide for the Lewis and Clark expedition and helped them explore the western land of America. So without further ado, here is Sacajawea, the bird woman from Story of America cards, the Indians category. Sacajawea was a Lemhi Shoshone woman who, in her teens, helped the Lewis and Clark expedition as a guide when exploring the territory which would become the Louisiana Territory. She traveled with them from North Dakota and the Pacific Ocean and helped the expedition form contacts with the Native Americans of the area, helping the expedition with the natural history in the different regions of the territory. Few American women have been as widely honored as Sacajawea, the Indian guide and interpreter who helped the Lewis and Clark expedition complete a 7,689-mile, 12,250-kilometer round trip from the Missouri River to the Pacific Coast in 1804 to 1806. A river, a mountain peak, and a mountain pass in Montana were all named after her. Other monuments attest to respect which history has bestowed onto her. Born about 1787 near present-day Lehi, Idaho, Sacajawea, which her name means bird woman, was the daughter of a Shoshone chief. In 1800, she was captured near Three Forks of Missouri River by Hidatsa raiders and sold to Toussaint Charbonneau, a French Canadian who later married her in an Indian ceremony. Charbonneau and Sacajawea were at a Median village on the upper Missouri River when Meriwether Lewis and William Clark and their party spent the winter of 1804 and 1805 there. Lewis and Clark hired Charbonneau as an interpreter and took Sacajawea along as a guide, although she had given birth to a boy on February 11, 1805. Sacajawea left with the expedition on April 7 with her baby strapped to her back. She provided to be a courageous and tireless traveler, rendering vital service to the expedition on many occasions. The most dramatic of these was when the lead canoe, in which she and her baby rode on, was overturned in a squall, while the men scrambled ashore or struggled to ride the canoe. Sacajawea fought the current to save the expedition's log, maps, and instruments and medicines. Upon reaching the Three Forks, Sacajawea, who miraculously encountered her long-lost brother, a Shoshone chief, was able to obtain for Lewis and Clark much-needed horses and vital information about the Indian trails and the terrain further west, as the party went to travel among tribes other than her own. Sacagawea's presence made good relations between Indians and explorers. Clark himself wrote, "A woman with a party of men is a token of peace, and therefore the grueling journey she worked steadily as interpreter and individual guide, although she never received the title or the pay either." There is a record of her death at Fort North in South Dakota on December 12, 1812, but this is Disputed by some historians, they believe instead she returned to her people, lived to be almost about 100 years old, and was buried at Shiho Reservation on April 9th, 1884. As Sacajawea is best known as the guide of the Lewis and Clark expedition, and which she is said in the card, she has places named after her. So here are some of the locations named after her that you probably can go visit if you want. There is a lake named after her called Lake Sacajawea in North Dakota. The Sacajawea Memorial Area at Leeheim Pass, a historic landmark managed by the National Forest Service and located on the boundary of Montana and Idaho, where visitors can hike the Lewis and Clark Historic National Trail. The Daughters of the American Revolution created a memorial area in 1932 to honor Sacajawea for her role in the success of the Lewis and Clark expedition. There is a bronze statue called Sacajawea in Jean Patis, located in Washington Park in Portland, Oregon, created in 1905 by sculptor Alice Cooper. The statue seems to be one of the most well-known art pieces of Sacajawea, and there are a ton more, including paintings, to honor her and her legacy, including her son, which is held on her back during the expedition. And that was all about Sacajawea. And so I'm going to be breaking off my script over here because I have to say this instead. It has been a while since I have done this for a month because I've been working probably very hard on my college work and also other stuff that's going on in my life. And so that's why I took it so long to have this video come out, that stuff. Also, I might have procrastinated a little bit, and I do have to admit it because, I've been, pretty tired lately, making videos like these and all that stuff. But now that I have took that long break and all that stuff, it definitely, helped me regenerate myself to be able to come back and do these. So that, also had some benefits, but, my laziness cannot be cut when it comes to my college work, and, yeah, that's mostly, I got, a bunch of the college stuff going on, and since the, day of, the finally, when spring semester is going to be over, is coming up soon, I think I can probably finally relax with my college work and all that stuff, but family life is going to get in the way soon and all that stuff, so I have to focus on that as well. But doing videos that are, for, a long period of time, and just, on the weekends, just, was not really easy for me, and I should have probably, expected that. But now that I have, took that long break and all that stuff, I'm definitely energized and ready to come back and do these videos and all that stuff, and I hope you enjoyed when I do them. As for this series, I'm going with, I'm going to be doing more of the, Indian cards for, right now, and, since I'm talking about Sacajawea, next I'll be going over Pocahontas. So if you want to see that, you can join in and all that stuff. And, yeah, that's all I have to really say. And, I'm back in the game, so let's see what goes on from here. See ya. Bye.